Today we're going to be talking about how stress affects your mental health. I'm Angela. I'm here to help you live a more purposeful life in your relationship with God and with one another. I am passionate about breaking the stigma of mental health issues among fellow Christians. I hope you'll subscribe to my YouTube page so that you don't miss out on any of the crucial information that I'll be sharing on mental health issues for you and those that you love. I've always known that stress affects my body since I was a little girl. My mom used to say to me, "Angela, what's bothering you? I can see it in your eyes." The stress that I was feeling was clearly showing right on my face. It was affecting me physically. And even though I didn't realize it, it was pretty clear to all of those around me. What my parents noticed as well is that anytime I was feeling a lot of stress was that it was affecting me emotionally. They would try to get me to share my feelings, but instead of kind of opening up, I would start to just kind of stuff those feelings down inside. And they would say, "Angela, you're stuffing, come on now, like start to open up and share what you're feeling." And even though it was hard for me because I was just uncomfortable, that little bit of encouragement helped me to start to open up and share my feelings. So stress not only was affecting my body, but it was also affecting me emotionally. What I had to do was choose what I was going to do with those stressful emotions that I was feeling. Was I going to stuff it down, which was my normal inclination, or would I learn how to process those emotions in a healthy way and begin to share them with those that I loved? And so with that little bit of encouragement from my family, I began to open up and share how I was feeling. What I didn't realize at the time either was that stress actually affects our mental health as well. When we feel stress in our bodies release cortisol, which has been shown to kill cells in the hippocampus, that area in our brain which is responsible for emotion and memory. So knowing that, it's pretty obvious how stress is having an impact on our memory and on our health and on our emotions, and really, as it shows, our entire mental health is being affected by stress. So it's no wonder when we're feeling under stress why we might maybe lose our keys or forget an appointment or get really angry or feel sad and start crying when we're under stress. Stress is something that we all go through, and we all have this in common, right? Whether it's good stress, something really happy that's going on, or bad stress, maybe like losing a loved one or losing a job or a home. But it's how we learn to manage that stress that shows how resilient we become and shows how it can have that long-lasting impact on our mental health. So how can we learn to manage our stress? The first thing we can do is acknowledge how it affects you individually. For me, I began to have migraines. It doesn't matter if I'm having happy stress or really awful, overwhelming stress. I'm likely to get a migraine. For you, you might have difficulty sleeping, or maybe you're feeling anxious and your stomach hurts, or you can't eat, or you eat too much. Everybody kind of handles stress in a different way. But acknowledge how your stress is affecting you. The second thing you can do is to come up with a plan on how to respond. This might be something as simple as reading a good book, or taking a walk, exercising, or hanging out with a friend. Reading some scriptures and just meditating upon the truth of what God's word says about your situation. Praying and asking God to help you through this stressful situation. And just, there's so many different options, but it really does help lower our stress if we can begin to come up with a plan on how to handle it. Number 3 is to talk to a doctor or a counselor about it. Your stress might be affecting you in a profound way, and you might just need an outside source to chat with to say, you know what, I've tried to come up with a plan on my own. I'm acknowledging that it's really become difficult for me, but I need someone with an outside point of view and some expertise to help me through this and to help me be proactive about dealing with this stress so that I can manage it effectively. 2 Corinthians 12:8 says, "My grace is sufficient for you. My power is made perfect in weakness." And we all face those weak times. It's nothing to be ashamed of, but we can acknowledge it and come to God with those difficulties, and He's there for us. What stress is affecting you today? Comment below and let's just connect on that, and I'd love to hear from you. I'm Angela. I'm here to help you live a more purposeful life in your relationship with God and with one another. I am passionate about breaking the stigma of mental health issues among fellow Christians.